What I actually remember is crying in my garage one night, eating cold takeout while surrounded by boxes of appliances that should have already been installed weeks earlier.
Yeah.
I remember feeling anxious every time another random truck pulled into the driveway. I remember watching money disappear while someone kept looking me in the eye and promising me we were almost there.
Well, hello, and welcome back to another episode of Chicks in Construction. I'm your host, Mikki Paradise, and this is my amazing co-host.
I'm Jessica Abreu.
And listen, I just want to let you guys know we are highly caffeinated. Joe made us cappuccinos, which I feel like by the end of this show, he's going to regret.
A lot.
We were dragging this morning, and he was like, hold on, these ladies need some caffeine. He's not wrong. But I don't know if it's going to make things better or worse, my friend. So I'm warning you right now, buckle up. Now, I'm starting to get better at explaining what the podcast is before we get 75 minutes into the podcast. And so if you are new here, first of all, welcome. We're glad you're here. Get a little snack. This is a good time. We're here for some laughs. We're here for some stories, a little true crime moment, construction edition. So we started this podcast for the purpose of helping homeowners navigate the world of construction and home renovations and new roofs and, whatever it is that you want to do in your home. When you have to deal with a contractor, we want you to have better experiences. So many people that we know have these wild stories of really terrible construction experiences. And we were a little bit tired of it. We were like, listen, what can we do? Just doing the Lord's work out here, helping you guys know what is normal and what is not in construction. And I'm not going to lie to you guys right now. Mostly me, get a lot of heat for that. A lot of people are very upset that we are encouraging you all to follow the law in your state and get permits. This is the latest thing that has set the shady contractors on TikTok off. They're very upset that we are instructing our audience to follow the state and local guidelines and laws in your area and get things like permits
And inspections.
How dare we?
I mean,
Who do we think we are?
how long have you even been in business?
Look at her. She looks like she works in an office somewhere. Oh my God.
I love that you go from that to like your little Southern belle.
I switch. I go between. I have many masks. Remember that when you're writing nasty comments about me online.
And many identities.
I will find you. I do have a particular set of skills. They are mostly involving drywall. But let me just throw this out there. Let's throw it out. I'm just doing this little warning. Have you ever seen the movie Cesario? Probably not.
You're not really asking me.
I'm
right?
not, but you should probably check it out. The opening scene, it's a movie about, so Cesario is hitman in Spanish. And it's a big thing. The cartels employ many a Cesario. And the opening scene of this movie, they're in a house in Texas.
Okay.
And inside all the drywall
Are people?
are human bodies. Wrapped in 3M plastic. Don't ask me how I know what the plastic was.
It has to be a certain.
I'm just guessing.
A certain thickness, right?
But I've thought about it a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I've thought about it. I know how to make the bodies go. Where did they go? So think about that as you're keyboard warrioring it up like this, and you're just like going to town about how I don't look like I know anything. I know enough. I know
enough to be dangerous.
That's right. I also know how to operate a backhoe, Billy. And I also know when the concrete's coming. Just saying. Choose wisely. I'm clearly unstable. Okay? No one's ever accused me of being stable in my life. So I'm just saying,
Watch it.
You've been warned.
Oh my gosh. No, that
YouTube's going to have a blast with that.
they're going to be like, I'm sorry.
They're like, nope, you cannot promote this video.
Sorry, that sounded a little serious.
Before things got weird by me making it weird, we were talking about scams. Pretty much our show is just about scams, but it's amazing how many kinds of scams there are. Joe was sharing with us. Joe is our studio god. If you didn't know, he also made us this amazing coffee. So he's a studio god / barista. He sometimes laughs at our joke. Now that we're caffeinated, he's laughing more. So I feel like we've stepped it up. Path. We've stepped it up. He was sharing with us a story, and this is actually apparently going around the towns lately, where somebody called him and said that he had missed his jury duty summons, and there was a warrant out for his arrest.
Yep.
And they knew a lot. Like, they knew which they told him to go to the sheriff's station to turn himself in. Now, listen, as much as I talk about doing crimes, which I do talk, I mean, we just talked about doing some crimes earlier,
but you don't actually do that.
A minute and a half ago. I've never done a crime.
Because you don't look good in orange.
I don't. I look terrible in orange. It's not my color palette. I'm not a summer, you guys. I'm a winter. I'm not an orange. But as much as I don't know about how the law enforcement works, I don't think they call you.
No.
And this is just, I'm just spitballing here. Listen, if you know how this works, please comment below how it works when you have a warrant. Maybe use like a spam account because you don't want people to know that like you've been in jail. Or maybe you're a police officer. I don't know. I'm just protecting your privacy because I care. I'm so
she protects your anonymity.
Yeah, anonymity.
Not enough caffeine.
Zoom.
Zing.
Yeah, we're singing. We're bebop-a-doo-bopping all around.
Anyway,
I just don't think they call. No. I don't know. Like I'll let you guys know if I ever get in enough trouble where I do have a little run in with the law. But from what I understand, they come to your house to serve you a warrant, especially if it's like not a criminal warrant. But it's like you haven't done a major crime. It's like, oh, you're accused of doing this. They come and they serve you the warrant and they say you have to come to court on this date. Yeah. They don't call and warn you that the sheriff is looking for you.
Yeah.
It kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah, because then you could run away.
Yeah, of like, hey, turn yourself in. So that, but this is a thing that's happening. Joe mentioned it, but I've also heard of several other people who have had people call and say, hey, you missed your jury duty summons, which hilariously. So last week I went to a conference in Tampa for construction. Shockingly, I was the only woman there, but I was also the most fun. Thank you very much. Really, I brought the vibe up. I was told that. I didn't just assume. I was told that I brought the vibe.
I mean, I can imagine.
Which I do. I am a vibe bringer. I do bring the vibes and the funny jokes that not everybody thinks are funny. But some people
and the
do.
Inappropriate.
I do. I say a lot of curse words. So what's funny is I don't curse on the podcast. I don't know why. My body just won't allow it. But in real life, Sailor lives in this mouth. Like the things, the amount of F-bombs that I drop in inappropriate settings, it could be its own TV show. Like I say the F-bomb at the doctor's office, at the dentist's office, at the banker's office. I just want everybody to know that I curse like an absolute sailor. Crap, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, we were talking about scams, and I side noted. Sorry, I'm gonna need several more cups of cappuccino. So, yeah, I was telling you, I went to my conference. I came back, and I received a jury summons.
Ooh.
And most people would be very upset about this. Not this one. Put me on a jury. You don't even understand the amount of rage that lives in my body for the injustices.
But you would have to be quiet the entire time you're sitting there. How would you even handle that?
I would immediately get put in criminal contempt. The judge would be like, Miss Paradise. And I'd be like, say it again. And then I'd be in jail. Like I would go in the clink. I would finally get my dream of 2 hots and a cot. maybe a snacky in between. Jess will put money on my book, which I read about that in a book. There's something called your book.
Yeah.
For your commissary. Yeah, yeah. I've got it all worked out. Anyway, I was thrilled. So I open and go, oh, a jury summons. And Hector goes, aren't people supposed to be upset about that? And I was like, oh, everybody's going to jail.
So when do you have to go soon?
It's in June. Yeah. You're going to, you know what?
I'm going to be away.
Thank God I didn't go on the cruise because it was during the cruise and June 15th.
Well, I mean, you can say that you're on vacation.
Can you?
Yeah. I mean, it's already booked.
I mean, I guess that tracks. I guess they don't just throw you in the clink. No. Apparently that's a scam. So, yes, we want you guys to be aware of the jury summons scam that is happening. Mine was an actual jury summons, which I am delighted to be able to serve on the jury. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Let's just be honest. I think I'm going to always be immediately dismissed because my ability to be impartial is questionable. Mm-hmm. Did it involve the state of Florida? Everybody's going to jail. Did it involve dudes in construction named Chuck who has a truck? He's going to jail. I'm going to sway the jury to 100% go my direction. And listen, if you're into hiring somebody to be on a jury to go your direction, I'm available. No, I'm just kidding. That's illegal.
She's like, no, that's not a crime that I'm going to do.
It's not. That's not a crime to me that's worth it, but it does depend on the amount of money you're willing to pay. Jess is like, stop it. Sorry, I'm not sorry. No, I am a little bit sorry. Anyway.
I got jury duty. I got summoned 2 or 3 times when I was living in Massachusetts. And one time I got to...
Guilty!
Well, I got into the courtroom where they brought the guy out who was like,
doing crimes,
arrested. Yes. And he was arrested for doing harms to a child.
Uh-oh.
And my blood pressure went...
Your vein was, vein was popping for you.
And so they have to ask each of you, like, can you be impartial? I was like, no, he's guilty. And they're like, well, I'm like, no. You're like, I'm like, did you arrest him? Is there a reason why you arrested him? And no,
yeah,
guilty.
Just like, as a child, absolutely not.
I have children. He's guilty. Guilty as sin. I can see it all over his face.
He looks like a creeper.
Thank you, ma'am, for your time. You are dismissed. And I was like, oh.
You're like, oh no. See,
but I'm like, I was like, as I'm going out, I was like, he's guilty. You know, he's
just
guilty.
Going.
Yeah. Yeah. But that as far as that as I've gotten. My friend got on one that it was a wild case. A burglar was suing the homeowner because when he
absolutely not.
Wait, because he fell in the skylight. And
I heard of that story.
And when he fell,
and he hurt himself.
Yes.
I literally can't. The audacity. We need to insert that, like the meme of 2 girls flying in a plane searching for where men get the audacity, because I still have not found where they get it from. Where is this source of audacity?
That wild. I was like,
man. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay. I think we all know I'm not right. So let's just preface what I'm about to say with the knowledge that
Lord, what's going to come out of your mouth now?
Slightly to a lot off. I feel like if that were to ever happen to me, that would like somebody who tried to rob my house is suing me for falling through a window and hurting themselves. That's going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to end up on the news. I'm going to be in orange. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Yep.
But I'm going to lose it. That's going to be it.
Like, this is so.
There's
like, what, and like that scummy lawyer, because obviously he had to have get a lawyer.
Somebody was like, hey, I got an idea.
Let me see how much money we can get out of this person. Like, you tried to rob them and that didn't work out so well. So let's get them this way. We'll get you some money no matter what.
Literally, that story, that's so wild that you knew somebody on that jury. Yeah. That story has kept me up at night. Just laying in bed thinking, you've got to be freaking kidding me? I just can't. I cannot imagine that a homeowner. Like, I cannot even imagine.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, there's
blood pressure. Calm down.
Yeah, I had another friend that was on one for this guy went to multiple bars in the night, right? Got to drink here, got to drink here, got to drink there.
Yeah.
And then at some point electrocuted himself. Not like badly, but like
little zigzag, little zig.
And ended up like part of his body just didn't work right anymore. Like
give himself a stroke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was suing all the places that he went and got a drink. I was like, What? Like, I understand that, like, restaurants and bartenders are not supposed to, like, they cannot overserve you.
Right. I
But
get
you
that.
have to be completely
blitzed. You know what's wild to me is,
because
so
they get mad at you
I
when they
took
don't serve
that very seriously. So I bartended all through college, and I took that very seriously because there is legal precedent that if you overserve somebody and they go commit crimes, you could somehow be involved in it. So that was one of the things, though I was not here for the one or the two when it came to that. It was like, if you slurred your words, I was not serving you.
Sorry.
So I worked at this little dive bar in downtown Raleigh. It was my senior year, and it was run by this lady who honestly didn't know where the sky was and the earth was. Like, she was just like, I don't know, I'm just here. So this dude, and this was like this bar that all of the kids of like the uber wealthy in Raleigh, like the inner Beltline folk, their kids would come to this bar and would do straight up crimes. Because this was like a hole in the wall. Nobody expected like Raleigh's elite kids to be in the bathroom doing lines of illegal drugs off the literal toilet seat.
Ew.
Right hand to God. Right hand to the Lord. So this kid could not say words. Could not say actual words. Comes up and orders a wabadoo wabadoo. And I was like, we don't serve a wabadoo wabadoo.
You want some water?
I was like,
We'll
sir,
give you
you
water.
need an IV. So I get the security guy, and I'm like, hey, man, he's toast. He somehow pulls it together to argue to the lady who was running the bar that he was allowed to be there. She lets him back in. Other bartenders are serving him. And I was like, not this one. I was like, you can go to anybody else, but I'm not serving you alcohol because I'm not going to be legally responsible.
Yeah.
If you go do crimes later, you can't say words. Like, maybe every 5 minutes you have a moment of lucidity, but like absolutely not on my watch.
Yep.
So y'all.
Yeah, but but to like sue every
This
single
is
one.
why
Like,
I'm excited to be on a jury. Like, you're going to sue somebody for something ridiculous. I'm
make
going
sure you
to
can't.
award damages to them for you suing them. Don't you. So I don't think that I'm going to be invited on a jury, especially after this goes live. They're going to be able to find my opinions about things, and it's going to be like, thank you, ma'am, but no. They're going to be like, is this you? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Sorry for everything that I said.
I'm not sorry, though. I'm not. I'm not going to do crimes, but I'm not sorry. Speaking of not sorry, we have a homeowner horror story for you, and I am extremely grateful to our amazing audience for writing in and sharing their stories with us, because it helps us help other people not have the same experiences. Sadly, so many stories are similar, but listen, just because, like, let's say we're sharing a story with you and it sounds exactly like your story.
Share it.
And you're like, oh, I'm not going to share it because they've already had that story. Nah, girl. Nah, man. You just go ahead and write in. You go to chicksandconstruction.com. You scroll down a little bit. There's a little form. You don't even have to send us an email. It sends it right from the website. Share your story with us, even if it is word for word, the exact same experience you had. And it seems redundant and it seems repetitive, but the moral of the story is this is happening to so many people. The more you share your story, the more we can say, hey, listen, we've collected 16 stories thus far that are exactly the same. That's a pattern. We want the audience to have as much exposure to the same story over and over again, because it helps them to remember when they find themselves in that situation. Like, oh, I heard about this. The same thing happened.
And like, not everybody is like has come in when we first started.
Right.
Because, like, let's be honest, we were in Mikki's basement.
We were in
and
my
the
basement.
quality maybe
It was not studio god level. I mean, come on.
Listen, we have come
We
a
had to
long
put
way.
a baby gate up so Optimus Prime didn't like storm into the basement to like mess things up and then bark and leave. And so Callie couldn't come lick our ankles.
He would look at me and be like, nah.
He'd be like, "Oh, there's Jess. She's here.
She's here."
Yeah, Callie's a non-consensual licker, so she doesn't ask for consent. She sniper licks you. So
And she does not stop.
She does not stop. It's a can't stop, won't stop situation. She wants to taste the rainbow. She wants to know what every human being tastes like. So when we take her, because Hector's obsessed with her.
Yeah.
So Callie is my only competition. That's the only one coming in between me and my man is Callie. She's a pocket bully. I'll send a picture to Joe so he can share. She's got the little overbite, so she's got a little teeth. She's freaking adorable. So I do have some serious competition, but he takes her with him everywhere. And we'll go to Lowe's for a Saturday morning Lowe's run. There's Callie in her little rainbow harness living her best life. And he goes up and down the hallways, and as she walks by strangers on the street, she licks their ankles. I don't know how many times she has scared the absolute bejesus out of somebody who was diligently looking at the wattage of a light bulb, and Callie went, huh. Like just a sniper kiss as she walked by. A non-consensual. She was like, I'm going to taste your ankle right now. Like it or not.
Just apologize to everybody.
Every time I say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's a non-consensual licker. And people are like, they think it's so funny. It helps that she's so cute. Mm-hmm. So like she gets away with a lot of shit because she is so cute. So adorable. Like they'll be like outraged and then they'll see her little teeth, her little jaw, and they're like, oh, that's okay. Oh, she's so cute.
Probably helps that you apologize too.
I do. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they're like, oh, it's okay. She's so sweet. Yeah, she's so sweet until she's standing on your chest in the morning looking you dead in the eye. She does do that. She also sleeps on my pillow. Oh, this dog.
This is why I don't have pets.
Oh, she starts at the bottom of the bed like a normal dog, and you wake up in the morning. I sleep with eye shades on because, like, obviously I'm ridiculous, and it's a great way to block out the world. So I sleep with eye shades on, and I also sleep with nighttime earbuds in because Hector snores like he's sawing actual logs in the forest. So I got I'm like in my cocoon, my luxurious sateen cocoon, and I'll pick up the eye, and there's Callie. Head on my pillow, passed out, just like she doesn't.
You can't smell her when she comes next to you.
I don't know. Clearly, I'm in the sleep zone, and I wake up and I'm just like this hoe. What? She's not sleeping on Hector's pillow.
No,
my pillow. Now, mind you, we had a queen size bed when we got Callie. Callie demanded to be on the bed to the point where we had to get a king size bed. So not only did I spent thousands of dollars on a new mattress and new sheets and a new bed frame. She can't even like sleep on the bed like a normal dog. No, she has to have her head on my pillow this close from my face. Because Callie, listen, when you're a pocket bully, you do what you want. She's got tiny little T-Rex arms. She's adorable. She's also evil. You can be two things at the same time.
Both things can be true.
Adorable and evil at the same time.
That's
so
funny.
We're going to get into our homeowner horror story that was thankfully and beautifully sent to us from potentially a subscriber. If not, I hope you did subscribe. Yeah. But here we go. We're going to get into it. Jess is going to read it.
So this is coming to us from Florida.
Oh,
Mikki's favorite
my
state.
favorite state. Listen, I don't hate the people. I just hate the state. Okay? I was just in Tampa. It was actually quite lovely. Yeah. I've never been to Tampa like that, like where I was like really there. Yeah. It's kind of cute. I was like, oh, I can see why people would want to live here. Yeah. I mean, I did get propositioned by a man again. I don't know why I give vibes of I pay for sex, but I don't. Guys, I don't. I just don't have that, that thing in my life. If I need it, I got a guy at home. I know where to source it. I don't have to pay for it. But I have on multiple times been propositioned by a male prostitute. One in LA and now one in Tampa.
It's so weird.
It's weird, but I must
Is it
give.
because you were with
I
a
have
bunch
to
of
pay
guys?
for it. I don't know, because when in LA, I was just minding my own daggone business in downtown LA, walking from a Pilates studio back to my hotel, and he propositioned me, and I was very confused because it was the first time it happened. Second time it happened, I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
This is happening to me again." This is the face of apparently somebody who's interested in a little extra paid for spanky time. And I'm just, you guys, I can't stress this enough. Absolutely no.
No.
There's a lot of things I'll pay for. And
That is not it.
one of them.
I mean, what do you pay for it and it's terrible? Do you get a refund?
Right. I'm like, what's your refund policy, sir?
Are there outcomes that are
Right. Like, what's the guaranteed outcome here? I didn't even think about
I need
that.
a contract?
I was just immediately offended. Like, I was just like, do I look like somebody who pays for sex? How dare you? I took it as an insult to my looks, which is, I'm a vain lady.
I don't think that was it. It's got to be something because
I must give a unique opinion.
you were the only pretty girl that was walking by.
Thank you, Jess. Jess loves me.
Amount of time that they were there on the street.
Sorry, we went on another tangent.
We're going to land this plane.
We're getting. Sorry about
back
that.
To the back to the story.
Back to the story.
The start of the story.
We're going to start it now for real.
Comes to us from Florida.
Yay, Florida.
Okay. We thought we were doing something exciting for our family.
Mm-hmm.
That's the part that still gets me. Mm-hmm. This kitchen renovation was supposed to be one of those things you look back on and say, remember when we redid the kitchen? No.
That's not how it ends, though.
I had ideas saved on my phone for over a year. We budgeted carefully. We talked about it non-stop.
Oh.
I was genuinely excited. I was like, oh, I feel that.
You know what's interesting is like thus far, not a single person that has had a horrible story is like, I just have copious amounts of money to spend on things. Like everybody who ends up getting scammed is somebody who like worked so hard for this money. Like it's never just like, oh, I make $1 million a year and could care less how much I spend on my kitchen renovation.
You know
it's
what?
always like,
and I wonder if is that
I sold a kidney for this kitchen renovation.
I wonder I mean, we'll have to do some research, but I wonder if that's because the people who have a lot of money are getting the higher.
Maybe. I never even thought about that.
Well, I'll spend X dollars. It doesn't, that part doesn't matter to me.
The cost isn't the thing.
Other people,
I don't know.
like me.
Same. I mean, listen.
We have to go.
Obviously, in construction, it's a different thing because my entire family, we could build an entire house and still keep it within our family. So that's not, but like, don't get it twisted. We find ourselves in the same situation of trying to avoid getting taken advantage of in a lot of other areas. So it's not like we're immune to it. It's just like for me specifically, it's not construction.
It's not construction.
But
it's a different area.
Listen, don't get me started on trying to go buy a car. Don't even get me started.
You should have Brad help you. He's amazing at that.
I can see Brad being he has this face of like, try me. Try me. His face reads, try me.
Oh,
he showed up for his birthday party. Just threw him a surprise. Should have seen the look on this guy's face. I thought he was going to fight us all. I was like, Brad, is this just the face that you're having right now? Like, what is with your face? He was so confused.
He was like, wait, why are there other
He's like,
people?
I have friends. He's like, no, but Jess does.
No, that night, he's like, no, I was like, did you have fun? He's like, yeah, it was great. He's like, I really liked the place. Everybody like, it was great seeing everybody. He's like, but it did make me realize something. And I was like, oh, what? He's like, I don't have any of my own friends.
It was all just his friends.
And I was like, well, I tried to invite so guys are impossible.
Yeah, this is true.
They don't, like, Brad doesn't hang out with guys outside of playing sports.
Yeah.
So they're all in these group chats I tried.
Really?
Yeah, they're in this. They have this WhatsApp.
A bro WhatsApp for the bros.
WhatsApp, yes, and he's in two of them. One for a Sunday game and one for a Thursday game. Oh. And so I tried like sneaking into his phone and like taking pictures of. But then he had told me that there was a few guys that like he didn't really care for. So then I'm like,
that's too much. It's too much work.
So I remembered
So Mikki got invited.
I remember 2 names of guys that he liked, but one of them, it's a nickname, so he wasn't saved into the phone that way, and like I didn't know. One guy I did invite, but he couldn't come, and I was like, "Will you tell other people?"
Yeah,
and he's like, "Yeah, sure." I don't know if he ever did. He probably didn't.
He probably did not
because
he was like, "Hey guys, Brad's having a surprise party."
Nope, Brad didn't. Well, he definitely didn't do that because Brad had no idea.
The man was shooketh.
Yeah.
It was great. His face, I thought he was going to fight us all. It was great. Brad is the best person to take with you to go buy a car because he's going to scare the crap out of that car salesman, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
That was a weird side quest. But
Sorry.
listen, we're coming back to it.
We're going to land this plane.
But we did land it.
Yeah, we're there.
Zing.
So now when I think about it, I just feel angry.
Oh, I hate that. That happens on so many of these stories where it's like a bad memory. Mm-hmm.
And these all start the same way too. The contractor we hired told us he was licensed. He said it casually, confidently, like there was no reason for us to question it. He showed us photos of past work, talked about projects all over Florida, and acted like he had been doing this forever. We trusted him. Looking back, I hate how easy it was for us to trust him.
Everybody feels the same way.
I mean, just because somebody tells you that they're licensed does not mean that they are. You have to go and check it.
And like, y'all, I'm like, we need to make a t-shirt. We need to make merch. Joe has a lot of really good merch ideas, but I'm not going to go on another side quest on that. You're just going to find out about it later. But we need to make it where it doesn't matter. Like somebody can be the kindest person and they can seem so confident and they can know all the words and they can say all the things and you have no idea what it means. And it makes you think, oh, of course this person knows what they're talking about. That does not equal, I don't need to check their credentials. It should just be, of course you're going to check their credentials. Of course you're going to check their licensing.
Yes.
Of course you're going to check and make sure that they don't have any judgments against them. Of course you're going to check and make sure that in the state that you're in, they're registered with the Secretary of State. There are so many things that of course you're going to do that. No matter how kind they were, no matter how confident they were, no matter the experience you had, you're going to check.
100%.
I hate that for her because she knows now, but she didn't know going into it. Yep. That's why we're sharing this with you and why we want you to share your stories with us.
Yes. And if you know somebody that's going to be doing a renovation, share this with them so that
I know
they don't make those mistakes.
It sounds like a shameless plug, y'all, but a shameless plug, not a shameless plug. But you get it. Words are hard. But honestly, the amount of people who write in and say, I wish I had seen this podcast before I started my renovation. The amount of people. So if you have a friend who's like, hey, I'm going to renovate my kitchen. Hey, let me send you this podcast. You need to watch it. You need to get all the stories so that when you're going through it, you know what to know and you know what to avoid. Continue.
There we go. The first few weeks were mostly demolition, which I expected to be chaotic.
Yeah.
The cabinets came out. The flooring was removed. And our house immediately felt upside down.
Yeah.
Dust was everywhere. I kept telling myself it would be worth it in the end. I thought once the hard part was over, the things would start coming together. Nothing seemed organized. Nothing happened when it said it would. I would ask about the cabinets and get vague answers every time. They're on their way. The supplier is behind. We should have them next week. And these are all what the contractor is saying with the quotey quotes.
Ooh, I hate where this is going.
Weeks kept passing with an empty kitchen and no cabinets in sight. I finally called the cabinet company myself one afternoon after getting frustrated enough to stop believing what I was being told. The woman on the phone looked up our order and told me they had only recently received it.
Oh my God. I'm like, calm down.
The vein
in my forehead. I'm like, she wants to pop. But I'm like, but this is a secondhand story. You're fine.
I remember just standing there in my driveway staring at my phone. Our kitchen had already been torn apart for over a month. And he had not even ordered the cabinets when he said he did.
The kitchen renovation before I decided I did not like doing renovations. We ordered the cabinets before we even, like, we went under contract, and the first thing we did was order those cabinets.
Yeah.
We did not demo anything until we had a delivery date. And like, that was my first legitimate kitchen renovation. And I knew that. Come on.
Yeah. You don't, like, because they can take a while.
It's Chuck and his truck. He's out here just doing the most in his truck.
Yep. So that moment changed everything for me.
Yeah.
I stopped feeling stressed and started feeling angry.
I was about to say rage. Is that where we're going?
I'd be like, give me a sledgehammer.
For real.
Take it to something. The delays kept piling up after that. Countertops were measured incorrectly. So they had to come back out and redo templates. Appliances arrived too early and sat in our dining room for weeks.
Fun.
Still wrapped in plastic because the kitchen was nowhere near ready for them.
Love that.
Lighting had to be reordered because someone forgot a part of the order.
Oh my God.
I don't know what part, but that sounds bad.
It sounds not great.
Yeah. Every mistake created another delay, and every delay somehow cost us more money.
What?
But I cannot even explain how exhausting it is watching your savings disappear while someone keeps telling you that everything is, and I quote, in air quotes, almost done.
Okay. I'm reserving my thought here. I'm reserving.
I can see.
Look at me reserving.
I can see all the bubbles coming up. People were constantly showing up at my house without warning. One morning, I was home by myself drinking my coffee.
Minding her own daggone business.
As one does. And if I'm drinking my coffee in the morning, I'm probably in a bathroom.
You wait until I'm done with that first cup. Or if I've had a gluten-free waffle.
Yes.
Okay? If I haven't had my gluten-free waffle yet, don't even make eye contact with me. It's inappropriate.
When I saw a man walking through our side yard toward the back door, he kept looking at the house, and it scared me badly enough that I locked myself in the bathroom.
Oh my God.
But he knocked repeatedly on the door. And when I went to see what he wanted, after calling my husband to be on the phone with me.
Oh, yeah. That's when I'm like, Prime, act tough. He's like, huh?
What, me?
Me?
He said he was here to work on plumbing. Nobody told me he was coming. Nobody texted me. Nobody asked if someone was going to be home. But like, why is somebody walking through your side yard to the back door instead of just knocking on the front door? I mean, if you come to my house and you try to ring my doorbell,
yeah, I mean,
it does not work.
That, and like, I think it depends on like if the GC, I'm assuming, who's not a licensed general contractor, gave them the instruction to just go around back. I could kind of see that, but like the not communicating that just a random dude is going to, I think this is the luxury of being a man, is like, you don't think about how scary it is for a random dude to just show up at your house because you're the apex predator of the species. Like, you're not scared of anything because what are they going to do? You're a dude. So I just think a lot of men don't understand, like, hey, this woman could be home by herself. I should give her a heads up that somebody she hasn't met yet is coming to her house. That's why a lot of like trade contractors, like the HVAC company we use, has an app that, because we schedule our cleanings every season. So every season they come out and they kind of service the unit to make sure that like when it's going to change from cool to the heater, it will turn on. And they send me a text and says, hey, the technician Joa is on his way. Here's a picture of him, even though this is my family, so I know all of the people that work at the company. But if it wasn't, then I have a picture of who they are. So like, if I am very nervous about people coming to my home, I can look and say, okay, this is him. Okay, so this is legit.
Yeah.
So, and they do that because a lot of people have had bad experiences and they want them to feel comfortable with the service technician.
Some random person in your house.
So it's like you've got that, and then you've got this dude who's like, well, Maybe she's home. Maybe she's not. Who knows?
Gonna keep knocking on this door.
What if she's at a doctor's appointment? I mean, that just feels like really bad communication. Really bad.
Yeah, I would definitely like to know who's coming to my house and when. And like, I like to know their name.
Yeah.
And like, I want them to tell me who they are before. And I don't say like, oh, so you're Joe from blah, blah, blah. I let them tell me who they are.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just common courtesy.
Listen, we out here trying to not get murdered in our houses. Call it what you will.
I've watched enough Law and Order and SVU.
We've seen way too many shows about how this goes down.
Yes.
And all women do. Like, why is that our like pastime? Is like, why is my favorite podcast my favorite murder?
So that we don't get murdered.
I'm not trying to be a statistic.
Right.
And that's why your new favorite podcast is Chicks in Construction, because you don't want to be a statistic.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
Because learning the hard way is
Overrated.
Okay. So that became normal.
Oh.
All those random people.
Oh, I hate that.
Random trucks would pull up. Strangers would walk into my house. And half the time I had no idea who they were
Yeah.
or what they were there to do.
Oh.
It felt chaotic and uncomfortable. This was my home. There were days I generally did not feel safe because I had no clue who was supposed to be there.
Yeah.
The budget also completely spiraled out of control. Every week there was another excuse for why something cost more than expected. Materials had gone up. Something had to be reordered. Excuse me. Something was forgotten. Every conversation somehow ended up with us having to pay more money. We had a real budget. We were careful. We did not walk into this expecting some luxury dream renovation with unlimited money.
Okay.
We planned this down to the dollar because we are a normal family.
Yeah.
Watching the numbers keep climbing while the project barely moved forward made me physically sick.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes me sick for her.
I know.
I can just, like, my anxiety.
Yeah.
Just like,
it's building. She's a good writer because, like, as she's going, I'm like, oh, God, what's going to happen next?
I know.
Even though we know.
We know. We've seen this episode.
We don't have to have read this email in its entirety to know how this is going to go.
We know how it's going to go, unfortunately.
Yeah, it really, that's why we have the podcast.
Yes. The renovation was supposed to take 3 months. It took almost 8.
What?
8 months of dust in every room. 8 months of washing dishes in the bathroom sink. 8 months of takeout and paper plates and feeling like our home was permanently under construction.
Oof.
Every time we thought we were finally getting close to the end, something else went wrong. I found out he was not licensed at the end of the project.
Oh, man.
A friend asked me one day if I had looked him up through the state licensing site. Like, what kind of friend is this that didn't tell you this before?
Right. I mean, listen, maybe she came into the game late. Like, you met her at a networking event, became besties, and then she's like, oh, by the way, have you seen Chicks in Construction podcast?
Yeah, this is what. But no, I mean, thankfully.
Shameless, I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I guess better late than never.
Yep. But it's also one of those things where, like, if I know how to do something, I expect most people know how to do it.
Yeah.
And it's not that way. And then, like, sometimes you don't want to tell somebody what to do because you don't want them to seem, you don't want
to seem like you're condescending, or you don't want to seem like, oh, let me not, because I say all the time, like, when I'm talking to people, I'm like, listen, stop me if you've heard this one. You know?
Yeah.
Like, if you know this, like, let me not tell you something you already know. But I'll say things like, hey, you probably already know this, but. So that's kind of how, like, when I don't want to be come across as condescending, which, you know, is rare. I do like a condescending moment. But if it's somebody that I actually care about, I'll try to be like, you probably already know this, but, you know, here's my experience. Try like that. But yeah, I get it, where you kind of just feel like this isn't my business.
Right.
But y'all, we got to be looking out for each other when it comes to this stuff, because these stories are wild in these streets.
And there's too many of them.
Yeah, there's too many. And they're all the same. And part of this is why, like, you guys have got to go to the comment section on our TikTok. It is wild. on like the amount of people that are so upset for us calling these scams out is amazing. And these aren't people who watch the podcast. So they're not here with us right now. Okay.
No,
they're
they
not
only
in
see
this
the short
conversation.
little clips.
They see our reels that I swear to you, the TikTok algorithm rage based them with. And it makes them so angry that we're like, hey, you need permits. Hey, you need to check licensing. Hey, you don't pay for rework when somebody fails an inspection. These are the things that make these scammers, it makes their blood pressure boil because they have been getting away with it for
so
a
long.
millennia. Like, nobody is out here talking about this stuff. And we are, because we want this stuff to stop happening to homeowners. And I'm sorry if you're mad that we're instructing people to follow the local laws. What? Really?
Maybe look inward.
Yeah, maybe take like a mindfulness class. I don't know. Sorry, side quest.
We're side questing. It's okay. So when the friend asked, check the licensing site, I honestly thought she meant reviews at first. I searched his name while sitting on my couch, expecting to find his information immediately.
Yeah.
Nothing came up.
Interesting, yeah.
I searched again thinking I spelled something wrong. I even searched his business name and still found nothing. The man stood in my house and told me he was licensed.
The outrage. The audacity, if you will.
He put it on paperwork. He talked constantly like he was a legitimate contractor running a real business. I think that might be mean confidently, but either way.
Constantly and confidently.
The entire thing was a lie.
Yeah.
That is the part I still cannot get over. We allowed him to finish because by the time we figured it out, there was minimal work left to do.
Yeah.
And I just wanted it done and didn't want to have to find someone else.
Oh, yeah.
People act like homeowners should somehow know how to catch these things immediately.
Yeah.
But most of us are just trying to hire someone we think we can trust.
Yes. Preach, woman. Preach.
Yep. We are not construction experts. I know.
Yeah.
I
get it.
Not a construction expert. We are families trying to improve our homes. There are so many stories like this in Florida, and it feels like nothing actually happens to these people.
Yes.
They drag projects out for months, cost families thousands of extra dollars, completely disrupt people's lives, and then move on to the next homeowner.
Yeah. And there's very infrequently any consequences.
Hardly ever.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we are left dealing with the stress, the financial burden, and the anger long after they have left.
Yeah.
People come over now and compliment the kitchen all the time. They say how beautiful it turned out.
Yeah.
I smile because I don't even know what else to do.
Yeah.
What I actually remember is crying in my garage one night, eating cold takeout while surrounded by boxes of appliances that should have already been installed weeks earlier.
Yeah.
I remember feeling anxious every time another random truck pulled into the driveway. I remember watching money disappear while someone kept looking me in the eye and promising me we were almost there. She should really write a book. Like the way that you wrote this is just
ma'am. You're
amazing.
A chef's kiss.
Yes. I just love, like, I'm sorry that this happened to you, but I love the way that you wrote this story.
Good.
Like,
You're a good writer.
Feel all your...
I'm in it. Like, I'm just like, these.
Like, I'm mad for you.
Seriously, we're like, we're going to go to Florida and find this guy. And his name is Chuck. I've been coming for Chucks lately.
Yeah. We're sorry
Chucks
if your
and
name
their
is Chuck.
Chucks. Dude, I have so many questions. And part of like, we're kind of on the fence. Like, should we respond back to people and ask like follow-up questions? Because if they are asking to remain anonymous, we don't want to like violate that privacy thing. But one of my biggest question is because they didn't move out of their house for the renovation. So why did every time there was a delay, it cost more money? And so that's when I'm kind of like, okay, I wonder what the scam is there. Like,
yeah, she also didn't give like a budget or like how much
so
it
she
cost
didn't
or
give us
anything.
numbers. And I will say, when you are so delightfully, because you want people to learn from your experience, sharing your stories, these are really important details Like how did they hit you up for the extra money? What was the pitch? What was the, their claim why you were responsible for additional costs? Because so in my world of construction, there's something called liquidated damages. So when a general contractor, because I specialize in new construction multifamily, so apartment complexes and things like that. And I'm not the general contractor. I'm the drywall and paint contractor. So I'm contracted directly with the general contractor, and the general contractor is contracted directly with the owner. So it's a little bit of a different setup. But in the the owner's contract with the general contractor, there is a clause for liquidated damages, which basically says if you haven't completed the construction by this date and we are not able to rent those apartments to get the money for the unit, you have to pay us per day. And that is a hail of a motivator for a general contractor, because at this date you're paying. And there was a job that we weren't on it, but we knew the drywaller on the job, and the thing was an absolute shit show from day one. And they ended up paying, it was like $10,000 a day to that owner because they could not get their crap together. That is an amazing way to keep a general contractor moving if they are contractually obligated to pay money to you. Now, I don't think that's a thing you can pull in residential, but listen, it's worth a shot. Be
like, listen, if you don't,
and it's not like, and the point is, in an arena of construction where everybody involved knows what they're doing. The general contractor does not get away with charging the owner for delays. In fact, on many occasions, the owner charges the general contractor for delays. So like when I say I don't understand what the pitch is for how they ended up paying extra for the delay, in my world, the general contractor pays extra for delays.
I wonder if it was like it was delayed because like they didn't order it and now they're like trying to expedite shipping.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah. See,
who knows?
These are really great things to put in your notes, like when you do write in at chicksandconstruction.com. It's helpful for us because it's helpful. But I mean, listen, this was a wonderfully written story, so we are really grateful for that. So it's really the same things as we always tell you guys. Number one, you want it in writing, what their license number is, what their company name is, who is the owner of the company, so that you can go independently check all of that. You're also checking their insurance to make sure that they are insured for the very specific job that they're doing. That's another thing that we get a lot of stories of. People try to recover the costs of the faulty work from the contractor's insurance company, only to find out that they weren't actually insured to do that specific kind of work. So when you get a certificate of insurance, that's great, but call them and be like, hey, I just want to check on this insured to make sure that they are indeed insured to do my bathroom renovation.
Right.
Making sure, and it seems like a lot of work, guys, and I'm not going to lie to you, it is. Checking to see if they are registered with your state, if they're registered, their company is registered in your state with the Secretary of State. Yeah. It's a laundry list of things that you need to do, but doing that work up front prevents you from having to try to find an attorney or try to find another contractor to finish the work because these people weren't legitimate, and they didn't get inspections. And here's a thing to note. So one of our recent Instagram or TikTok, it's really very rage baity for shady contractors. One of them was about getting permits. And oh my God, today, this pissed people off so bad. How dare we tell people to get permits to do work? I know so many people that do great work and they never pulled a permit. Here's the thing. This obviously changes depending on your state. But in the state of North Carolina, they have registered with the state what your floor plan layout is, how many bathrooms, how many bedrooms, all of these things. So if you go and you convert a bedrooms to a bathroom, or you make a pretty major structural change and you do not get permits, guess what? You can't sell that house with that upgrade. You can't factor in. So let's say that maybe I didn't, turned a bedroom into a bathroom. If I were to go and sell my house, I could not say this is a 4-bathroom house. I could only sell it as what it was on the deed, what that permitted structure was built as. So when people come in the comment section and are just throwing all the shade on us for telling you guys to get permits, think about the fact that they are instructing you to do something, to spend money in your home, not getting a permit, so that when you go to sell it, you cannot be compensated for that upgrade.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which happened to us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if I try to sell my house, I cannot sell it.
Extremely common. And this is why we instruct you guys to research before you do anything in your town, before you do anything to your house, going online and researching, hey, I want to do this, that, or the other to my house. What are the things I need to know? Do I need permits? Do I need, does this person need to be licensed in the state, in the county that we're in? That, I cannot stress to you enough, is the best thing you could do for yourself, is understanding before you get into it what your requirements are. And listen, if you maybe didn't do that and you had a bad experience, we would love it if you'd go to chicksandconstruction.com and share your story with us so that we can help others not have your experience, because learning the hard way is overrated. And guys, we're so sorry that this is happening to so many people, but your stories really do make a difference. And also liking and subscribing. It helps. I mean, obviously it's helping us to our dream of early retirement. Let's not lie. Yes. But it's also helping other people be exposed to our content. And the more people that see this and they hear it, and besides the rage baiter ones, we want you to know what is normal and what is not normal. And we want you to go on our socials and we want you to see all of these comments, because we want you to know who these shady contractors are. Yeah. So Jess, where can they find all of the spicy comments on all of our socials?
On Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram is at Chicks and Construction Podcast. On TikTok, it's at Chicks and Construction.
So guys, we encourage you to check it out. We encourage you to write us a story, and we encourage you to see all these spicy comments of all the men that we have pissed off by existing. I know. How dare we? All right, guys, we love you, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.